Okay, everyone needs to have their books out, their textbooks out. To page 88. 88. We will get to 89. For now, we're going to start on page 88. Can you hand these? Hand them out. Okay. Okay, so page 88. Are we there? Are we there? No. You're getting there. Come on in.
Silence.
Okay. So, what is being handed out is a packet, is a guide for our story. Thank you, ma'am. Does everyone have? Thank you,
Teacher, it's a book.
Okay.
Thank
you. Okay, everyone have their book open and their packets, their guide. Yes? William, you have yours? You don't have one of these? Oh. Okay. Emilio. Try this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Emilio, can you read this language objective, a goal of ours for today?
Then what I can write and speak those ideas are useless about things with my class.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, this is one of our objectives, one of our goals today. We're going to talk about our thoughts and our ideas about the things that we read in the story here. Okay? And yes, many of them are our influence. Okay? So, Luis, can you read where it says in this guide? I want everyone to look on their worksheet, on their packet here. Luis is going to read this first paragraph nice and loud for the whole class. Thank you, Bella. Okay, Luis, where it says in this guide.
In this guide, you will put your reading skills to great use as you read. Thank you,
Ma'am.
By Langston Hughes. By reading, listening, speaking, and writing out this guide and the story, you will accomplish the following objectives. Andres, can you read the first objective on there? Summarize portions of a text.
Summarize portions of a text. We know what it means to summarize, right?
No.
Right? Yes? No? Right? When we summarize, we pull out the most important points, right? Remember? Okay? Yes, yes. Resumen, right? Okay? The next point. Sebas, can you read the next point? Where it says make.
Make accurate inference from a text.
One before that.
Make evidence based on predictions about a text.
Okay, do we remember what it means to make a prediction?
Yeah.
Right?
Like
What's it?
foreshadowing.
Okay, looking for foreshadowing, and we what?
We think about what happened then. Oh, we
We think about what's going to happen later. Very good. We did that a lot with the landlady, right? Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with thank you, ma'am. Begonia, can you read the next point? Make accurate inferences. What do you do when you make an inference? Barbara, what do you do when you make an inference?
We do like this.
Okay, that's right, you do that. And then Amelia, how do you make an inference?
Like you know about something.
Okay, you take clues, and you take what you read, and what do you add to it?
What you use what you already know, and then you add about what do you read.
Very good. You add what you already know. You add that to what you read. Okay? Good job, good job. The next point. Brian, can you read the next point, please?
Evaluate making judgments from information present in the text.
Okay, thank you. Evaluate to make judgments. When you judge something, what do you do?
like juzgar, like say, oh, this is good, this is bad.
Okay, okay. So when we read, we're going to make judgments about the things that we read. Okay. The next point, Gabo, can you read the next point?
Determine the meaning of words, vocabulary in the text.
Thank you, thank you. So we've done vocabulary squares, right? We've had, I think, 9 or 10 words that we've been studying. Now we're going to find those words in the story. And we're going to determine the meaning of them and how that affects the story, okay? The next point. Yeah.
Make personal connection to a fictional text.
Thank you. Okay, what's that mean? What's it mean to make personal connection?
That if you read a story and it looks like something that happened to you, it's to connect to
Okay. Good. So you connect. You connect your life with what you're reading. Okay. Something we're also going to do through this. Did you have something to add, or did you want to read the next point?
Yes.
Okay, Barbara, can you read the last point?
Analyze how an author develops characters in a text.
Analyze how an author develops characters in a text. Okay. Fati, you're going to have plenty of opportunities there. Okay, analyze how an author develops characters in a text. Okay, so we're going to find out how the characters in the story, particularly a boy named Roger and an older woman, how they develop through the text. So remember what we've been talking about? What's the word we've been talking about last week?
Integrity.
Integrity. Integrity. We're going to see how these characters have or don't have integrity. Okay? Now, one of our characters is an older lady. Okay, in the story. And the story takes place in a city in the United States.
Teacher, it's in the
Okay.
United States.
No, the other
It's the same. They're the same photos. Same photos. Okay? They're African American characters. Okay? Take a look. Start forming some ideas of how maybe this character may or may not act. Unhip?
It's a grandma.
Okay. How old do you think she looks, Diego?
Like a grandma.
Okay, older, like a grandma, Diego
Like
says.
a person that works on the
Okay.
African American person.
Okay. So, I want everyone to turn the page on their worksheet, on their guide. Page 1.
This is an exam? Yes.
And then,
Oh.
And
You go for
This is an exam.
Bring it to the book.
I don't have anything to eat. Okay. So, are we open to page?
This is an exam.
No, it's not an exam. It's a guide. We're going to answer questions and talk about things as we read the story. So, as you see on the top of page 1, it says stop and think. End of paragraph 1. And then there's 3 questions. So we're going to read out loud the first paragraph. Okay? And then we're going to answer some questions and talk about them as a class. Does that make sense? Okay? Not sure either.
I love my
Okay, so page 88, are we there? Does everyone have your finger ready on page 88 where it says she?
I want to.
No, okay.
Okay, I'm going to read the first time through, and then we're going to have a chance to read out loud as a class. Okay?
The teacher is not sleeping.
Okay. Are we ready?
they can
Yeah, what are you doing? Okay. Here we go. I need everyone to pay attention because we're going to talk about these questions, okay? She was a large woman with a large purse that had everything in it but hammer and nails. She was a large woman with a large purse that had everything in it but hammer and nails. What does that mean? A purse that was so large it had everything in it but hammer and nails. Purse is like a bolsa, right?
Teacher,
For women.
what means that she didn't have that?
Yeah, it means she had everything. That means she had a lot in her purse, right?
Or she didn't have hammer and nails.
Here.
I didn't understand.
Okay.
It's like sarcasm.
Yes, very good. Did everyone hear Gabi? It's sarcasm. It's exaggeration, right? Did she really have everything in her purse?
No.
No, but that's how big her purse was. Okay. The hammer. Right. Okay. All right. It had a long strap. Are we ready, Sebas? It had a long strap, and she carried it slung across her shoulder. Remember what slung means, right? So she had a bag, a purse, slung across her shoulder. Okay? It was about 11 o'clock at night. And she was walking alone when a boy ran up behind her and tried to snatch her purse. Snatch, steal, robar. She tried to steal her purse. The strap broke. Diego. The strap broke with a single tug the boy gave it from behind. But the boy's weight and the weight of the purse combined caused him to lose his balance. So, instead of taking off full blast as he had hoped, the boy fell on his back on the sidewalk, and his legs flew up. Okay? The large woman simply turned simply turned around and kicked him right in his blue jeans sitter. Then she reached down, picked the boy up by his shirt front, and shook him until his teeth rattled. Okay, right? So,
She shake.
No.
that, Sosa, come up here. So, I'm the large woman, okay? I have my purse, okay? Then comes a boy behind me, tries to grab the purse. It's too heavy that what? He falls. He doesn't go up. And the large woman just turns around, kicks him right in his behind, grabs him by his shirt collar, pulls him up and shakes him until his teeth rattle. Okay? Alright? Okay, so what I want you to do now in your guide on page 1 is summarize in less than 15 words. Usually I ask you to write a lot, right? This I want you to write less than 15 words and summarize.
Very poquito.
Very poquito. I want you to summarize what happens in this first paragraph. What important details and ideas can you write in less than 15 words? I want you to take a moment and write that in less than 15 words. What happened so far?
Please, partner.
Teacher.
Are you done? Okay. Hold your thumbs up when you're finished.
¿Cómo se decía bolsa?
Purse, bolsa, right? Purse. It's in the book in the first sentence. P-U-R-S-E.
Thank you.
Try to.
Really simple. Lo siento.
Okay, if you're done with number 1, I want you to look at number 2. If you finish number 1, it's okay. Look at number 2, Amelia. Predict what will happen next in the story. I want you to predict. What do you think is going to happen? I want you to write number 2, and then we're going to talk about it as a class.
Porque somos padres.
Ah, no, yo estoy también podemos saber porque esto también es
Okay, are we doing number 2? Did you number 2? Okay. Now, look at number 3. Look at number 3. Make personal connections. Remember, this is where we compare, where we put ourselves in the story. Okay? You're going to connect to the story. Look at number 3. It says, what would you do if you were the boy? right now, in this part of the story, what would you do if you were the boy?
But before you steal the purse, or
No, at the end of the paragraph. Okay? What would you do now?
The person who had gold or
Yeah, the boy, the person that tried to steal the purse. What would you do? I want you to write it first, and then I want you to answer, what would you do if you were the woman? Write it first, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Write it first. Did you finish number 3? Hit.
close.
Like continue.
Gabi,
Okay. What I want you to do now, I want you to share with your neighbor what you would do if you were the boy. What would you do if you were the girl or the woman?
I would take my charger.
Practice your English. Practice your English. Do it? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Silence. Okay. So silent. Okay. Now, can someone share what they talked about with their neighbor and what they wrote down? What would you do if you were the boy in this situation? Gabi?
I would run and steal the purse.
Okay. Now, remember, does the woman have a hold of him?
No.
Is she grabbing him?
te vuelve a pegar, Gabi.
¿Ya te parece la solución?
Aranza, what would you do? Okay, you would learn your lesson. Okay. Someone, what else would you? Sosa.
I'm the one.
Okay, what would you do if you were the woman?
I pick up my gun and shot him in the
Okay.
I
Everyone listen to Emilio.
told the police
Okay.
Boom. Headshot.
Diego, did you hear Emilio?
Yes.
What did he say?
He called the police. He called it. If he's a woman, he called the police.
Okay. Emilio said he would call the police and hit the boy. You said you'd hit the boy. Okay. Remember, think about integrity. What is something if you had integrity? What would you do? Carla, what would you do?
I would apologize and never try to steal.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Christian.
Can you say sorry?
Carla, can you say it one more time? Your classmates didn't hear you.
That if I were the boy, I would apologize and never try to steal things again. And if I were the woman,
Okay.
I would take out my child. and then only tell him that what he did was bad.
Oh.
One more, and then we're going to continue on with the story. Guys, girls, students, class. Okay, so, Gabo, so Julia said the same thing. She would run away. You can share on the next one. I'm going to continue reading the story. No, not right now. Okay, so we're continuing on. Okay, Sosa, get up here. Okay, so she pulls the boy up, shakes him, rattles his teeth, and she says,
What is
rattle. It's like your teeth are rattling.
The boy
The boy, she shakes him and his teeth go. Yes. Okay? So, after that, the woman said, pick up my pocket boy. Pick up my pocketbook, boy. And give it here. She still held him, but she bent down enough to permit. What's another word for permit? Allow.
Let him.
To let him, or to allow him to stoop and pick up her purse. Then she said, now ain't you ashamed of yourself? What's it mean? Okay, now we're going to look at our guide. Okay, now, number 4. Number 4, look at number 4. Amelia, what does number 4 say?
Firmly gripped by his shirt from. The boy says this.
Okay, so paragraph number 4 says that. In the guide, what does question number 4 say?
Stop working.
In the guide.
What can you infer about the woman from this paragraph?
Okay, so
good person.
for number 4, I want you to look back into your guide now. Number 4, what can you infer about the woman so far? Make an inference about the woman. So, number 4. If you're done with number 4, look to number 5. What does it mean to be ashamed? Right. Number 4 and 5. Number 4, make an inference about the woman. If you're done with number 4, number 5, what does it mean to be ashamed? What does it mean to be ashamed? Ashamed is a vocabulary word, remember? That's a good prediction. But what do you infer about
cortar se ve que aquí te largo. Y para que le tienes que pegar con y si acá se le quedaba aquí, pero se ponía de bolsita para que no se le.
Okay, thumbs up if you have completed number 4. Okay, share with the neighbors. Share with the neighbor. What do you think, or what can you infer about the woman so far? Make an inference.
Hoy sí va a ser mala persona. No lo mata, se ve que lleva la bolsa y casi me pero no dice nada. Se le va solo.
What can you infer about the woman?
That she is so wrong and she practices
Gaby, aplácate. Nueve 18.
Hey!
De corazón al mar.
Why do you say this? No?
Pero
Y se descompuso.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double. Let's try it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, what did you share with your neighbors? What are some inferences that you made about the woman? Okay, Aranza. Okay, Aranza said that she's rude and she hates the kids. Okay. Gabo?
She knows how to defend herself.
Okay, she knows how to defend herself. Okay, good. She's good inference.
Okay.
Gabi.
That she loves her bird.
She loves her purse? Okay. Yes. A strong woman. The girl says she's a strong woman. Okay. Sosa.
She is strong because she is a strong woman who practices karate or business.
Okay, maybe she practices karate. Okay. Christian. Frida. Okay, Fatih. One more. Fatih.
Maybe she's aggressive.
Okay, she seems a little aggressive. Okay. Okay, Carla.
And maybe she practices kickboxing.
Okay, so a lot of you think that she's good at defending herself. Okay? Alright. Here we go, here we go. What does ashamed mean? Gabi.
To be embarrassed of yourself of what you do.
Okay, to be embarrassed of yourself. So she says, aren't you ashamed of yourself? And the boy says,
Yeah.
yes. He says yes. What does yes mean? What do you think yes means?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Short for yes, ma'am. Christian, Jonathan, Jimena.
Avergonzado de Daxo. Pero no sé cómo ponerle.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? Are we looking back in the book? Guys, girls, class. Okay, are we ready? Paragraph number 4 says, she firmly gripped by his shirt front, the boy said, yes, aren't you ashamed of yourself? Jimena, can you step outside of the class, please? Jimena, please. Thank you. The woman said, what did you want to do it for? The boy said, I didn't aim to. She said, you a lie! By that time, 2 or 3 people passed, stopped, turned to look, and some stood watching. If I turn you loose, will you run? Asked the woman. Yes'm, said the boy.
Yes.
Right? Now, if this story was told today, if it took place today, where it says by that time 2 or 3 people passed, stopped, turned to look, and some stood watching, what do you think they would be doing today? The people that saw what was happening?
Like first helping the woman, but then like see they are so angry, they're protect their children.
Okay, maybe they would protect, hey, like, lady, take it easy. Don't, it's a child.
Yeah.
But what do people do now, today? What do people do now when they see something happening in the street?
They run away.
Okay, maybe they run away. Right? But like Nacho said, what do you do? What do a lot of people do?
But first,
Right? Right? Something to think about. Something to think about. Okay.
Teacher,
I want you to look.
when the school said ma'am, it wasn't like
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But when the people say ma'am, it was in like the Afro-American people doesn't have value. So if the kid was black, the people don't do anything.
no, eres racista.
So you're saying maybe because are you saying maybe because the people saw that he was African American that they didn't care? Okay.
African American.
Possibly. Do you think that takes integrity?
No.
No. Yes.
Why not?
Because you are racist.
Okay.
If you don't
But it's not today. It's other years.
Okay, Fati has some great ideas here that I want everyone to listen to. Nacho, I really need you to sit down. Fati, you made a great point. Can you say that out loud so your class can hear?
That maybe the story is years
Ariana,
before.
come back.
So if the kid was Afro-American, the people don't care because the Afro-American doesn't have value in those years.
Okay, that's an excellent point that Fati brings up. Okay.
Teacher, but the woman it's African American.
They're both African American.
So they don't have value and they have like,
Okay, so maybe the people who saw, maybe the people were white and they didn't care. Okay.
yes, because in those ages they were like
Sosa.
Restrooms for Afro-Americans and restrooms for white people, and the restaurants have a place for them.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, so Fati brings up some great points. This story, Gabi, Sosa.
Okay.
This story was told in the 1950s, and we talked about Langston Hughes, right? What did he did a lot for African Americans, like we talked about,
We
right?
have many problems in this year, Africa.
Now, Fati brings up the point and says this story was told a long time ago, and back in that time, whites and blacks did not get along, right? Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as we read the story.
Or the children white and the woman
Pero es que ni siquiera sabemos cómo son.
No, because
Okay.
the black do something properly.
Ahí los dos se ven
All right, girls.
Y antes de empezar nos Gaby.
Sí, pero el niño no.
No, pero sí parece negrito. Cállate ya, por Bueno, afroamericano. African American.
¿Cómo dijo?
We will continue to talk about this story next week. We have exchanged a lot of great ideas. Do you agree? Yes? Study your vocabulary this weekend.